Make $1 million cash for you flatline. Make a master plan, watch it backfire. Burn it all down and collect the ashes. Build it back, respect your passion.
Bring to you yet another dope young creative and entrepreneur. I got Elijah Kelly in the house. How you doing today, bro?
How you going, boy? Appreciate you.
So I appreciate you coming through, man. Elijah Kelly actually been on the platform before, but we had some technical difficulties. We didn't even get to capture the visual, so we had him come through again for the remix. We're gonna do it again the second time.
Right.
It's always gonna be better, man. So Elijah, just to share you, entrepreneur on campus. He's actually a barber, and he's like very active on campus within organizations, just making himself known, man. Let me ask you, Elijah. We asked the young Elijah what he wanted to be. What would he have told us?
A young Elijah?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I would say NBA player.
NBA player?
NBA player.
Had hoop dreams.
Had hoop dreams for sure. I didn't get really into different dreams until I got to like middle school.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I still was hooping, still was on my thing, but I also was real into like education and everything.
For sure.
That's when I got into money and then financials. And that's how.
So, who inspired the hoop dreams first?
The hoop dreams, really LeBron James. Everybody like LeBron James? No, I really like LeBron James. Always my favorite player. But my dad played in college, high school, all that stuff. So that's how I grew up. Like being in Jersey, like that's a basketball state. Like that's what we do.
For sure. Yeah, so then you say you got influenced like financially, you found out you like that type of stuff too. So how did you get introduced to that type of language? Because I love talking that finance language. I go to school for accounting, love talking money, business, entrepreneurship.
Right.
So when did you start getting into that?
I would say my 10th grade year of high school, I had a teacher named James Corton, and he taught my financial literacy class. Real cool dude, but he actually ended up dying over the summer from cancer. He had a stroke, but like that was just that was a crazy class because I had transferred in the middle from school to school. Yeah. This was a whole different environment, and then him being a teacher, it was just something that made me feel real comfortable as a student, as a person, along with other classmates who didn't really like me for real. So it was just something I always look up to him in a way. But
let me ask you this: was he a black teacher?
He was a white teacher.
Okay.
Where he was a white teacher. But what made it, I guess, dope for me was the fact that he was a white person, and the fact that he came to work every day, knowing he had cancer, knowing he was going to something, but he didn't tell anybody. So he kind of put his not even pride to the side, but he just sacrificed himself to teach other, you know what I'm saying, for a greater cause.
Man, that's amazing. You actually took a financial literacy class in school. Like, I was just thinking the other day that I took some classes that everybody might not have been able to take, considering where I went to school. Like I was taking entrepreneurship classes, making business plans in high school, doing public speaking in high school.
Right.
So like, I think being able to take a financial literacy class, especially anywhere within your K-12 education, is very major. So like, how do you think that shaped you into a businessman today?
It kind of got me to see the outside, not necessarily the outside. I would say the inside actually, because everybody you see was on the outside. You see was being put in action, but you don't see the background work. Yeah. That's also one thing. Me being a student government association secretary, you guys see how homecoming looks or how different events look, but you guys don't see the back work. And this being in that class, definitely getting into the financial literacy things. Kind of things, you get to see the inside, you get to see the groundwork, how people move behind the scenes, and that was very powerful for me.
So transition. When did you pick up the barbering? When did that come along? When did you become Eli Cuts?
Eli Cuts. I became Eli Cuts, I say junior year summer, going into senior year of high school. That second semester of high school, I had a computer class, and after I would always finish all my work really fast, and then we could just do whatever we want to. Yeah. So I was just watch barber videos back to back.
I used to watch barber videos. I used to watch like Get Bean,
Get Bean, 360 Jeezy,
Chukator. It was like this dude. It was this brand called like Al Pacino's or something like that.
Pacino's.
Yeah, and there was another one dude called like Chukator. He had this other brand called like Master Barber.
Okay, yep.
can't remember the name of it. I feel like I'm messing up the name of it, but I was really
a game changer too.
Yeah, Game Changer. Yeah. So I used to watch all that type of stuff. I'm very familiar with that. So when did you actually start cutting hair? So that same year? Once
Yeah, I was
watching
watching the videos. Yep. After the videos came the late nights, early mornings notes. You look at my phone right now, notes of barber things. All I took. I didn't go to sleep. Saved up over the summer, got some clippers, and then my friends trusted me. So I started with them.
So you started cutting for free?
Nah, they blessed me. I probably say about $10. $10, $12.
What you charging now for it?
$25, $30.
$25, $30?
Yeah.
Every time I hit you up, there was no space.
How you book, man?
You gotta put me in there, man.
I will.
Y'all tag them. Look out for Zion.
For sure. For sure. I guess.
Okay, man. So, how do you think like being on the college campus has affected you, like just in your personal development and as well as being an entrepreneur? Let's start on the personal development. Like, what key fundamental lessons have you learned being a young adult, being in the HBCU, being in college, just growing?
Right. Key fundamental lessons I've learned, honestly, is patience. To limit as much distraction and procrastination as possible. Time management and prioritize.
Most definitely.
You have to prioritize. I'm in a lot of things on campus. I can go down the list, but you have to prioritize your time, and definitely that time management. But you gotta prioritize what's more important to you. Like if something's not that important to you, you got to make time for things that are very important to you, or things that you need that is essential for your success in getting your degree.
Being that you are involved in a lot of things, do you feel like you often get too involved sometimes? You don't give yourself enough personal time? Or?
Yes, definitely. Something I've been working on. Cause me, I like to. If I see opportunity, I go get it. That's I've always been like that. But I definitely learned to take a little step back to know that you need time for yourself as well. Because if you're not right,
nothing else is right.
Right, nothing else is going to be right. What you produce into that organization isn't going to be at its best because you're not at your best.
Most definitely. Most definitely. That's a major lesson. I feel like I'm learning because I'll be wanting to seize every opportunity, like you said, but you can bite off more than you wanted to sometimes. And you always want to be able to put your best foot forward in every interaction, but you can't be in 1,000 places at one time, so it's hard.
It's not possible.
Especially when you're young and you're ambitious out here. So much stuff you feel like you can do, you want to try. I feel like that's what stage I'm in with it. I can see you in a similar stage, so I'm pretty sure you can relate. So now that you're on campus, what are some of the entrepreneurial things you learn? Because there's a lot of creatives, especially now more than freshman year, I feel like. Because that's when I was really on campus last time, but everybody seems like they're doing something.
Right.
So how do you feel about this atmosphere on campus about I'm an entrepreneur, I'm about to create something, I'm not just trying to wait on no folks to give me no job?
Right. I love being an entrepreneur on campus, especially at HBCU. HBCUs is the best place to be an entrepreneur.
Most definitely.
There's so much love at HBCUs. It's honestly beautiful seeing nail techs, hairstylists, locticians, barbers, people who have clothing brands, customized sneakers, sneaker repair, restore. Like there's so many things at HBCUs, especially at Benedict College. And it honestly is a blessing and honestly a dope place to be around.
Most definitely.
Great environment.
Most definitely.
Great environment.
So now that we talked about the college piece, what are your plans for after college? Like what are you trying to do? Like what lane you want to go in? Because it seems like you're setting up a lot of things. What lane you trying to go in?
Right. I'm definitely not a one-dimensional person, so I am setting up a lot of lanes. But at the same time, you have to focus on certain things. So my main two things right now, I have an internship this summer with TD Bank. So I will be working there as a data analytic. And I also, of course, I'm a barber. So I'll be cutting hair this summer and working at TD Bank being a data analytic.
Yeah, what city you going to be in?
I'll be in Jersey, New Jersey. I'll be in Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
Okay. So personally, that's where we kind of defer. Like myself, I wanted to defer from the corporate structure.
Right.
Like I don't want to go sit in the office. That's just my preference, right? So like, how do you feel about like the notion that some people have, like, if I want to be an entrepreneur, I can't work a job? Like, how you feel about that?
I mean, it honestly is up to them. I know you guys hear so many success stories with people finishing college and not necessarily being in their field or doing what they want to do in that major, but doing something that they honestly want to do from the heart.
Yeah.
And they actually succeed doing it.
Yeah,
So I'm not against it at
what I
all.
feel like I'm doing.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
it's on
against
the
that.
heart.
As it should be. It should
Most
be.
definitely, bro. No, most definitely. Because I feel like a lot of people think if I want to be an entrepreneur, I can't work no job. I just got to go cold turkey, just try to figure it out. But nah, it's okay to have a job. It's okay to do what you have to do in terms of trying to produce what you want to produce. Because last night I was working an automotive job to finance this, right? And now we here.
Right.
It's like you just got to do what you got
You
to
gotta do what you gotta do to get what you want.
Most definitely. So TD Bank. So you want to be in the financial field. You want to work for a large financial conglomerate.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you can be a big barber though, bro.
And I will be.
Yeah.
Facts.
I feel like that's it right there.
Yeah,
Man,
nah,
like barbers are like so iconic in the black community. I feel like they're real staples. Like, do you feel the influence you have on your customers?
Definitely. Just right now, I just know that I'm a very busy person at the moment.
Yeah.
Something I gotta prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have been a little distant from that. But I do know being a barber is definitely something I want to do in the long run.
Yeah.
As well as being a financial advisor, along with doing that data analytics.
Financial advisor.
So financial advisor.
That's something I thought about too.
Yeah.
Man. I wouldn't mind doing it for like a time that I'm still setting up this, but I just can't. When I think about my future, I don't see it.
Yeah,
like, you know, when you think about it, just don't see it. But that's why I'm able to admire you as a fellow brother. Like you on your path, and you ain't scared to be on your path. Cause some people, some people think, man, what they gonna think about me if I do this?
If I do that, right?
What they gonna think about me if I do that? Nah, just do it.
Yeah.
They gonna think whatever they gonna think. So let's talk about this, man. Let's get the cat out of the bag, the Mr. Benedict.
Yes, sir.
So what inspired you to be the one to run for Mr. Benedict, hold such a prestigious title on campus that really is going to be a historic title because that's written down in history? What made you want to do that?
Right. Definitely is history because God willing, everything goes right. I'll be the 9th Mr. Benedict.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired me, honestly, was just my come up as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of always was somebody that people looked up to in like schools, but it wasn't because it wasn't anything. It was no negative reason why. It was always because I was always doing something positive.
Yeah.
And for me, this is something positive that I really want to do. I look up to my big brother. He was Mr. Georgetown.
Yeah, like Georgetown.
Yeah, Georgetown University. So that's like
that's big, right?
That's huge.
Yeah.
I always want to be in a position where I could have a huge title, but for me, it's not just about me. It's about everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if I win, Benedict College wins.
Most definitely.
Because it's definitely not about me. I win, we all win, and I have a lot of things in store for everybody.
Most definitely.
Not just me.
So like, what's your campaign? What's the premise of your campaign? What you emphasizing?
Right. So what I'm emphasizing, our platform is building moguls. When I think of a mogul, I think of an important person or a powerful person. Think of champagne life, suits, champagne in the cup, wine and dine. You got Nas, Jay-Z, famous basketball players, LeBron James, what have you, Kanye West, like people who are very important and powerful people in today's society. But like I said earlier, one-dimensional. None of the people I mentioned are one-dimensional.
Of course.
They're either rappers, they have businesses, they do finance. Like a lot of rappers are into finance.
Now, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's huge.
Really, over the last 3 years, it's really become a thing to know about finance. Right. I feel like we really set ourselves up because we go to school about finance. But personally, myself, most I learned about finance is just executing as an entrepreneur, doing different things, learning about different things about being an entrepreneur. Like that's the most I learned about finance. But I feel like that's the edge we have.
It is.
Because we know how finance works, how accounting really works down to the T. Because we go to school for it and we execute as entrepreneurs on the same principle.
Right.
So it's like I'm getting real life experience out here before I even really hit the real world yet. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't like to say the real world thing because we are in the real world.
In the real world, right?
We are in the real world. Let me correct that. So building moguls, bro. So I feel like that's huge. That's something the campus could really need. It's like, what type of things would you be bringing to campus? Like building moguls. What are you gonna put in place to uplift moguls on campus?
For sure. It's off rip right now. Just doing this interview with you, I feel like it's a big thing, a big first step, because you're an entrepreneur on campus as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like entrepreneur, that's just a dope combination off rip. Already promoting that I'm here for us.
Most definitely.
I'm gonna have a lot of events already for my campaign that I'm looking forward to. Like the first one On March 22nd, everybody listen up. March 22nd, it would be at least 10 student entrepreneurs or people with small businesses on campus, all in one place, one area, able to showcase and recognize who's who on campus and who has a business or who is an entrepreneur, and everybody be able to talk to them, get in touch with them,
Definitely, man.
and rock with their business.
With the details on that one, bro.
Right.
Let me know with the details.
Definitely.
So, man, Elijah Kelly making moguls, Eli Cuts. So, we got this segment on Official Side Fashion, the OPL segment. So let me ask you this, Elijah. What's something that's official, that's going on, it's official, it's sturdy, it's meaningful, that a lot of people don't know about, that you feel like should have more recognition?
Well, on campus or
in
like
general, person, place, thing, term.
And that's real official?
Yeah.
I would say, well, it's not necessarily like it can't be professional, but I would say just love.
That's a big one. Just lead with
love.
Yeah, be a good person.
It's official, like the networking connections you can have just off of love. Like people like this right here, I feel like this is love. Like being a black person in today's society, you gotta have love. You gotta be able to support somebody. And that's official to the community and it's beneficial to everybody.
Can agree, bro. That's a big one. That's a big one. So on to the next, the P, the OP, the psyche, the mindset. If you could give mindset advice to anybody listening, what would you say?
As an entrepreneur or as a student?
Both.
As an entrepreneur?
Go, give them both.
Okay, for sure. As an entrepreneur, I'll say the mindset you should have is if you have a plan and you write a plan out, well, first of all, write your plan down. Pen and paper, pencil, paper. If you want to type it up, you can, but write it down. When you're able to write, envision, and see your plan or your goal or what you want to achieve, I feel like that's very powerful, but don't give it to everybody. Don't show everybody.
Yeah.
Because people will talk you out of your own dreams, and that's not bad. Like,
most definitely.
When I tell you, I even wanted to start a clothing business. And I showed a couple of my friends, and they're just negative. I'm just like, hey, bro, like, you're supposed to show me some love, but you can't look for love. You got to be able to love what you have yourself.
Because it's always in you.
It's always in you. Entrepreneur, forget about what everybody else says. If you want to do something, you do it, and you don't show nobody until you're ready.
Most definitely, bro. Okay. And then on to the last segment, the F, OPF, the fashion segment.
Right.
If you could describe your style in 3 or less words, what would you say? And then rate your drip 1 through 10.
Drip, 100.
100. All right.
Nah, I think I can dress. I say 100. But
what's the style?
My
3
style.
or less words.
Unpredictable.
Okay.
I say 90s. And then just me. Unpredictable, 90s, and myself.
All right, man. Elijah, if the people want to find you, want to stay up to date on your campaign, want to get a haircut, where can they get all your information there? Go ahead and let them know.
Oh, you guys can go to Eli Cuts on Instagram, ELIKUTZ, all lowercase. You'll find it. Say Elijah Kelly official barber page or what have you. You guys can DM me there. Yeah, you guys can email me. I know we all in the phones now, but you guys can email me as well at elicuts23@gmail.com.
Most definitely, man. Making moguls, Elijah Kelly, Mr. Benedict campaign. Make sure to get your haircut needs met, Eli Cuts, and Official Side Fashion, financial literacy, and mindset through the lenses of young creators and entrepreneurs. Yet again, we bring to another dope young creative entrepreneur. And thank you for coming through, bro.
Yes, sir.
Official Side Fashion.
Oh, I can say some last words?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Real quick. Yeah, definitely. Get a little bit. But definitely make sure you guys come to all the events. Look forward to the dates, 22nd, 24th, the entire week of the 28th through April 1st. And then, of course, April 3rd being the last event. I'm very excited. It's going to be a week full of events. Each week, every day will be something new and something that you guys could look forward to. So thank you guys once again. April 6th, when the time comes, make sure you guys vote Elijah Kelly for Mr. Benedict as your 9th Mr. Benedict. I'm very excited. If I win, we all win. We all gonna eat.
Most definitely. Out.
For sure. I get some boy.
Make $1 million cash for you flatline. Make a master plan, watch it backfire. Burn it all down and collect the ashes. Build it back. Respect your passion.